But now joining us to look at today's topic, we have with us Ben Llewellyn-Jones. He is the British Deputy High Commissioner in Lagos. He is an experienced diplomat who has worked in different parts of the world, including Nigeria, earlier in his career. He supports all UK priorities in Nigeria, but in particular, economic development, trade and investment, and he was awarded the Order of the British Empire by Her Majesty the Queen in 2009. It's a pleasure to have you on the program, Ben. Thanks for joining us. You joined us via Zoom from Lagos. Again, it's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here, and I really appreciate you making time. Thanks.
Fantastic. All right, so let's let's begin with the drive, the drive behind your investment in digital access in Nigeria and also in the UK digital tech hub in Nigeria. What's the drive behind all of this investments in Nigeria?
Well, thanks very much. I mean, for us, we see tech as very, very much part of both Nigeria's present but also its future, and it's really important to economic development. And I think what we've seen both in Nigeria but I think across the world is that a 10% increase in economic activity can be linked, 10% increase in digital inclusion can be linked to a 1.4% growth in GDP. So our focus in Nigeria is really on encouraging that, supporting that, assisting that, particularly focused on inclusion and connectivity. Definitely important to get more people in a COVID-19, even post-COVID-19 environment, engaged in digital economic activity. Cybersecurity, that's key. There's no point putting people online if they're going to be at risk, if their financial situation's at risk. So cybersecurity to support that. And then really supporting a kind of sustainable digital ecosystem that can underpin that. So the network of connections across the world, the investment that can support that, connections to investors that can make that happen. I mean, it's part of our effort really with Nigeria on science and tech more broadly. It's not simply about tech, but science more broadly, supporting research partnerships, and really connecting to two countries that actually have a very long history of connection around some of these issues. Isn't perhaps as celebrated as it should be, but we definitely see that as part of our present, our future, and Nigeria's future really in terms of economic engagement.
Yeah, all right. So I mean, and all of this sounds pretty much kind of good to the ear. The support, the partnerships, you know, the connections to be made between those who need help and those who have help to offer, and also, like you said, the long history between the two countries. But in all of this, how would you quantify the impact that has been made so far?
So, I mean, a good way of looking at it is in respect of the support we've given to the ministry in respect of rights of way, rights of access. So, you know, we know that broadband can cost. It can cost in terms of putting it in place and so on. So the support we've given has helped to show why removing the costs of charging for digital access for those rights of way makes a massive difference to the ability of companies people to engage with digital, but also companies to take benefit from them. Similarly, the cybersecurity strategy makes a massive difference in helping people to feel safe and to engage. The basic digital literacy work that we've done has hit 10 northern states, roughly 1,400 beneficiaries so far, and it's meant that people who otherwise wouldn't really engage have been able to. And our Cyber Safe Foundation's helped 6,517 employees from roughly 3,000 SMEs to across 36 states plus FCT to engage in, you know, safe internet access. So it's made a difference, and we see tech as being, I mean, it's a larger part now of Nigeria's GDP than oil, which many people would dispute, but we know to be true. And I think it's growing, and it's an area in which you see more and more young Nigerians finding a way. And in today's current difficult economic climate, that's really important. So we think it's massively important, and our support's made a difference.
Yeah, indeed. So apart from the young Nigerians that are in this space, we also have women coming into this space in their numbers on a daily. And of course, yesterday was Mother's Day. Just last week we celebrated International Women's Day as well. So is there any specific programs for women who are interested in this space?
We have reached out to help women in this space, and it's part of our broader approach to celebrating to supporting women in Nigeria. We had a series of events last week to celebrate International Women's Day across the week, and I think really helping women in business and helping women in STEM, science, technology, is massively important. And For example, ahead of the UK Africa Investment Summit, which was last year, we had a series of 5 female Nigerian startups that went to the UK, connected with UK businesses, entrepreneurs there. We also more recently had a Future Females Business School program, which has impacted a wide range of women and supported 100 female businesses, led businesses in Nigeria. We've got a Ladies Who Launch program, which brought together 100 female business founders for a day of training, empowerment, and networking. And also Code Camp, which is a 6-month intensive software engineering program for women aimed at equipping participants with software development skills. So, I mean, there's a lot that's there helping women, and also helping young women as well, helping girls. I mean, our programs which are focused on education too look at how we can approach and support school and school-ready children to make sure that both men and women are engaged. So, for us, huge effort there to help women in this space.
One thing we kind of have seen in the past, of course, earlier on you made mention of the COVID-19 pandemic. So because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the future of work for quite a number of months and quite a long period has been remote. But at the same time, while you're making all of these investments, this trainings, these partnerships, and all of that, people would prefer, some would like to work remotely for companies outside of Nigeria. Again, like you talked about the economic impact that this would make, they would earn more because if they're earning in pounds or in dollars, but they're working from Nigeria, they don't have to, cross over. How employable will these people that you're training and you're giving all of this knowledge, how employable will they be in the global market?
Well, extremely employable. And we've seen, what we've also seen in the, not just at a very fundamental level, Nigerians becoming involved in the internet and digital economy. We've also seen some really high profile examples of, super Nigerian firms that are doing amazingly well, Paystack, Flutterwave. And I think what it's also shown is the human capital that underpins that, the kind of Nigerians who can engage in the wider digital market, and not least in some of the offshoring that we know and that you allude to that occurs when companies want to look at places around the world where they can place their offshore digital work. So very, very employable is the answer. And our programs are designed to support that as well, to make sure that people can access working with specific SMEs, working with those who wish to engage in some of those SMEs as well. But I think it's entirely possible. And I think it's part of changing Nigeria's reputation in the world as well. Too often when I speak to people who are not well informed, and I try and inform them better, of course, they say, well, this is just not possible in Nigeria. And we point them to the examples where it is possible, where it is happening. And frankly, where Nigeria is a good option for them in terms of how to deal with this and these issues and to really make a difference. So I think Nigerian tech is really leading the way in many ways and showing what's possible.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you what you think about Nigerian tech, but again, you've pretty much made a list of quite a number of those who have made global impact, Paystack, Flutterwave, just of recent, and all of that. But apart from those, which other innovations out of Nigeria, or what else would you say has caught your attention that again would give you more energy when you're speaking to people about Nigeria, telling them how robust the tech ecosystem is here?
Yeah, no, indeed. I think, those two are the kind of headline examples. But I think what you've also got are smaller SMEs, small entrepreneurs who we're engaging with through our tech hub here, who are looking at financial tech solutions, fintech solutions, engaged with the UK and the many kind of fintech organisations there that are emerging. You've also got, I think, investors looking in this space as well, who recognise that Nigeria, West Africa, but Nigeria specifically offers opportunity in a way that, as a growing market, that other parts of the world perhaps are more saturated and don't. I think you've also got, opportunity that's yet to be realised, and I'd point to a couple of things that might make it more possible, more helpful, to be honest. One would be if the sort of increased use of mobile money in Nigeria, if that could be supported. We recognise why it's difficult, why it's challenging, but we really think when we've seen mobile money take off, we've also seen the impact in digital space, digital services, people being very confident about what they receive, what they pay for. That would make a difference, I think. I think as well, sort of more, if you like, sandbox regulation, something the Bank of England encourages to try and help and assist companies that are set some basic space around financial technology that helps companies to see a way ahead. And again, we hope to work with the Central Bank of Nigeria to encourage that approach too. We've done some work with them. But I think those two things would make a bigger difference, help some of the smaller players, not as big as Paystack or Fluttwave, not yet as big at least, to make a difference and to grow.
Well, so it's kind of good you made mention of the work you've done with the Central Bank of Nigeria. But what if you were to advise the Nigerian government in terms of things to do to make the tech ecosystem to be better than it is? What would that advice be as we wind down?
Yeah, so I think we talked about the rights of way and making sure that the physical infrastructure can be rolled out. I think more states need to do that. So all power to the ministry and its persuasion and arm. I think that would make a really huge difference to reach more states across Nigeria. Second thing, as I say, mobile money would make a massive difference. I know there's some mobile money in Nigeria, but compared to other parts of Africa, Kenya, and so on, it's just not in the same kind of scale, volume, and pace that we've seen, and we know what happens when that happens. I think thirdly, as I say, helping with that wider regulation to remove it, or at least at the very least to kind of regulate in a light touch way, I think would help and would support. And certainly from our perspective, we recognise the need for regulation, we recognise why it's important, but enabling regulation really. And again, I know the ministry is thinking about this. I think also, and I realise again that there's some controversy around this, but restarting the sale of SIM cards, for example, I think would help, would make a difference. I recognise why the NIN process is incredibly important, valuable, and so on. But at the moment, it's difficult for some of the entrepreneurs we know to really let go and to grow until that's changed. To be honest, until the audits are no longer an obstacle to them being able to see SIM cards sold and to see those kinds of spaces open up again. So, from our perspective, there's a few things there, and we're very keen to work with and partner with the Nigerian authorities as they address them, and definitely see opportunity for Nigeria across the board if that's done.
Well, we can't wait for that work to happen, and of course for the Nigerian tech ecosystem to reap the benefits of that partnership that will come between the UK government as well as the Nigerian government, and also the private sector, those playing in the tech ecosystem as well, and also those receiving all of the trainings and those benefiting from the partnerships, the mentorships, and all of that. But I have to say thank you for joining us today on the program and sharing, giving us pretty much like an eagle-eye perception of what is going on in this partnership between the British High Commission and the Nigerian government, and also other partners in the tech ecosystem. Ben Llewellyn-Jones, you're the British Deputy High Commissioner.
Thank you very much indeed. Great to be with you.
Of course. We'll take a break. I'll be back in a moment with another perspective. Please stay with us.